And we're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is I, Mike V. Today is Monday, June 17th, 2024. You guys are watching episode number 6 of the Monday Mic Drop. All right, we're about to get started here with today's episode. Once again, hope everyone is doing quite well. I am in a different room of the house. I've had to move because this is going to be my new location for the next few weeks as we prepare for guests to come this coming weekend. Today's stream is going to be about Reno, Carson City, Lake Tahoe. It is the Reno-Tahoe preview show. Because I'll be heading there in less than a couple weeks' time, along with most of our family, as well as our 3 guests. So we're going to be discussing, doing a little summary of what is there at the various casinos in that particular region of Northern Nevada. And this is based off of, I'm going to be going off of memory. I may also refer to VP Free 2 as well for video poker. We will take a look at what video poker games are available, as well as what low volatile slots that I've been able to spot during my last couple of visits during the past year. And Amanda, glad you joined tonight. So obviously you're going to be going next, this coming weekend, next week, the week right before I go. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. I will discuss the row, since you're staying at Silver Legacy. Yeah, and that's cool. Yeah, definitely go into the lake if you're going to Tahoe for that. Yeah, a lot of outdoor activities you could you can do there. Anything besides gambling, of course. And Mark is in. Greetings. Say hi to everyone, definitely. Rocking the comb. I don't have kids. And I'm going with older family. And the guests that are coming over from Europe, they're not young either, unfortunately. Last year we had guests college aged for different. They came here for different reasons, though. It was for a study. Yeah, they came to study for 6 months. That was last year. And Amanda says Sunday through Wednesday. Okay, got it. Testing. So Mark says I am echoing. Yeah, I am in a different room. Maybe I'll speak a little bit louder here. I am in a different room compared to where I normally stream because starting on Saturday, someone else is going to occupy my room. So we're gonna, we have guests coming. So let me know if you can hear me now. Hey, Super Dave. I definitely remember you. You're a long-time subscriber. Welcome. Okay, Amanda says it's better. Okay. All right. All right, so go ahead and post your questions you may have about the casinos in Reno or Tahoe, or any other questions you may have regarding video poker. Until then, I will start doing my summary here. So I've got both Google Maps and VP Free 2 up on my screen. I might go ahead and show it to you guys. So let's see. I guess we could start with Reno and go south from there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right. So I got Google Maps on here, so we'll go ahead and I'm using a I didn't mean to hit that. All right. So Silver Legacy. Let's start right there. So that is going to be on Virginia Street. directly south of the interstate, Interstate 80. And you'll see all three casinos of the road. You got Circus Circus Reno, Silver Legacy, and El Dorado. All three of these are Caesars properties. They have been for the last few years now, after the El Dorado Caesars merger. And we'll go ahead and continue talking here. So, Silver Legacy. They do have Amanda. I'm not sure what denomination you typically play when it comes to slots. The one thing you'll notice is that there are definitely more options if you are a dollar player. Quarters, I have found only if you're looking for quarter denomination, three reelers. There is a row of five machines. Three of them are quarters. Two of them are dollars. One of them is the five line triple double stars at quarter denomination. This is right next to one of the restrooms at the main casino floor downstairs. And that was the one where I hit double star, flag 7 for a nice little payoff there. In terms of video poker, Silver Legacy does have some good ones still out there, but it seems to be decreasing. I have not been able to check some of the machines though, because they tend to be occupied, especially the ones on the upstairs in the next to the Kino Lounge. Circus does not have good video poker, so if you're going to play video poker, don't go to Circus. But in terms of three reel slot machines, they do have a triple diamond and triple butterfly sevens. They have primarily dollar games, and if you want to go real high volatility, there is a 10 times pay that I remember that's there as well. El Dorado is going to have the most choice of good video poker machines along those three casinos. If you go to there's a bank of a few rows next to the Starbucks, and that will have in addition to not so ugly deuces wild, they also have full pay jacks or better with a progressive for the royal flush. That's been there for a long time, for as long as for longer than since I've turned 21. So those video poker machines are still there and they're still good. In terms of slots at El Dorado, best place to look for that is actually upstairs in the mezzanine level. There's a little salon entrance with glass windows around it. And so there's a little bit of a slot room in there. Lots of dollar IGT games, triple stars, 9-line triple diamond is there as well. You don't see that often. And then you have some S3000s as well. You've got double diamond. You've got the S3000 pinball. And and there's two whatchamacallit. There are two the Monte Carlo spin and win from Bally. The same ones that Mark over at Gamble Smart gets talking about at Park MGM. There's a couple of them at El Dorado. One is at a dollar denomination. The other one's at a $5 denomination. And also, I forgot to mention Silver Legacy. If you're looking for dollar machines, there's a lot of double diamond and double diamond deluxe. Actually, in the second floor area of Silver Legacy, next to the live Kino Lounge, plenty of double diamond deluxe machines at a dollar denomination. And you'll also find at least one downstairs in the main floor as well. Okay, before we continue, let me go ahead and catch up with the chat here. I saw it scrolling down here. Just having fun. Glad you're joining us tonight, even if it's just for a little bit. Mark. I see your question here. Does Reno have better video poker tables than downtown and locals casinos in Vegas? I would say the Vegas locals are better if you're looking at payback percentages specifically, because obviously at the locals casinos you're gonna find 10-7 double bonus. You're gonna find uh, loose deuces, and you're gonna find 10-6 double double bonus at the station casinos, for example. Which you're not gonna find it at all anymore here in Reno. I think there's only one place that has it, but I have not confirmed it. And as we'll get to later on in the stream, one of the casinos in Carson City has has that loose deuces pay table with 100.15% payback percentage. So nothing over $5. Okay, so yeah, plenty of dollar denomination machines, as I mentioned. And yes, rocking the comb over confirmed. Yeah, El Dorado, out of the three casinos on the row, will have the best video poker in terms of not just the payback percentage, but also the number of them as well. Let's see, food and drink prices. This one is tough because obviously someone else in the family is usually the one doing the paying. But I do browse the prices every now and then. It depends on the casino. Um, if you're in Carson City, the restaurant at Bodine's Casino has really low cost food at their restaurant. And it's basically like a simple grill. They've got your typical breakfast items if you're there for breakfast, and they've got a lot of variety for lunch and dinner. You got your pizza, you got your steak, you got your hamburger. You got all the typical stuff for a typical casino cafe. And that one has the lowest prices, and they're geared towards locals, so that probably is the reason why. In terms of food, I would say it's less. Maybe I'm not sure though. It depends. Obviously, let's see. Obviously, it's going to be cheaper than probably the strip. I would assume. And giveaways, yeah, that is true. And and also the ones in Carson City, as we'll get to, also have promotions every week. 3 times, 5 times multiplier promotions and stuff. And of course, if you go to Reno or Tahoe, a lot of Caesar's property. So if you have a Caesar's card, you might have some room offers as well. And yeah, and that by the way, is that Monte Carlo machine where my mom hit $1,000 on with the three bonus bars on the pay line. It was what, the second best top award below the progressive, I think, at max bet. That was cool when it happened. Hey, thank you for joining. All right, let's go ahead and continue on with the tour. All right, so. And I do have BP32 on here. Let me actually check one of the properties. If it's on here. Yeah, this is the only place in Reno that reportedly has 10-7 double bonus. It's Club Calneva, which is also in downtown, just south of the row. And I've never been in this casino though, so I can't confirm. But according to BP32, if you're looking for 10-7 double bonus, they have it here. Apparently, you can bet 5, or you can even play 10 coins. Claim to be on the second floor near the bar, and it's 10 machines. This was listed on VP Free 2 not long after 10-7 double bonus was removed from Silver Legacy a few years back. Obviously, I haven't been there, so I haven't been able to confirm. And for reference, that is should be located, yeah, right here. On the opposite side of the Reno Arch. Really old looking casino. And oh yeah, Series Casino. This is this. I think I stepped foot into this one during the Great Italian Festival during our last trip to Reno back in October. They've got older Wheel of Fortune slots, if that's your thing. You know, single line. I think they have the single line and the 5 line version at a quarter denomination. You know, none of the fancy gold spin or multiple pointers or anything like that. So I think it's the SAVP version of the cabinet. All right, let's go ahead and move on to. If you head over east to Sparks, you'll find the Nugget. Longtime visitors to Reno will remember this as John Esquaga's Nugget before the Esquaga family sold it. I haven't been to this one in a long time, so I cannot confirm what's there and what isn't. But it is there for reference. Grand Sierra Resort. This is the one that Mark did a video tour on back when he was with Cowboy Slots. And whatever he showed there, I think is still accurate to today. Though it's been about a year and a half since I last went to this one. A lot of good choices. You like carnival style video poker games? They've got a lot of those. And in terms of single hand video poker, they've got their best game is the 99.73% payback, not so ugly deuces. The ones that I found had a 10 credit maximum requirement for the 800 to 1 payoff on the Royal. So just keep that in mind. It was available at quarters, but you have to bet 10 quarters. The ones that I found. I wasn't able to search all of them, though, for a 5 credit one anyway. Just taking a little water break. Let's head south towards Peppermill and Atlantis. Atlantis is the only other casino that I haven't been to in a long time, many years, so I can't really confirm what is said here. Obviously, for video poker, you can check EP2 to see what they have. Peppermill, we did go during my visits last year. Video poker, a lot of them scattered all over the place. Almost every cabinet will have good pay tables that you can find. Almost every bank of machines, I've noticed. Every bank had 9-6 jacks or better. And one of the banks had the not so ugly dice deuces wild pay table. One thing I noticed though with Peppermill is that everything can sometimes look unorganized. It's like there might be a video poker machine next to some other random slot, or they have unrelated slots, like in a hallway leading up to one of the restaurants. A lot of like variety. It's not well coordinated in some spots. In terms of low volatile machines, though, I think there was only one area where you could find traditional 3-reelers. They weren't as common, and I wasn't able to see them or play them because they were all occupied. It was very busy when we went last time. Oh, and here's the Reno-Tahoe airport. You zoom out, give you an idea of where that is for those flying in. All right, so let's head south. I guess I should mention, if you're going to be driving in from Northern California, if you head over towards the west, you've got Boomtown. Boomtown. The best video poker game that they have there is Illinois Deuces, or Las Vegas Airport Deuces, 98.91%. Starts at 50-cent denomination. And according to VP Free 2, they say it's scattered across the casino. I was able to confirm it over in the Keno Lounge. A lot of video poker machines there in the Keno Lounge. And I was able to spot that one there. But yeah, let's now head towards Carson City. Interstate 580 slash US Highway 395 will take you there. And the southern part of Carson City. Let's start over... actually, close to downtown, there is the Carson Nugget. We didn't stay at this one that long during our last visit a year ago. They have, I think, they do have video poker, but it's not full pay. It's actually one step below full pay. You'll find, I think, 9.5 jacks or better, I think was what I found there. And lots of the original Buffalo. That's one thing I'll say. Oh, and another thing that I noticed is that there were 3 slot machines for sale, like right at the gift shop last year when we visited. I'm trying to remember which games there were. I think one of them was the original Zeus, or no, actually it was Zeus 2. Actually, no, it was the original Zeus. I think the original Zeus by WMS. One was a 5-reel IGTS 2000 game. I don't remember what it was specifically though. And I think the third one was I think double 3 times 4 times 5 times from IGT Super S2000. All right, so let's go to, where are we here? Let me zoom out. Okay, we have to go further south. All right, so this is, and then you got US Highway 50, which takes you into Lake Tahoe. But to the south of that, we have, oh wait, we skipped over Casino Fandango further north. Let me go back. So along what is this, South Carson Street in southern Carson City, you've got Casino Fandango. This one has the that 100.15% payback percentage Loose Deuces game. Now keep in mind, Loose Deuces is higher in volatility than other single-hand video poker games. So you can still have a bad short session on that one. But they've got a lot of video poker, a lot of older IGTI games as well. The older IGT video slots. Let's see. Your Texas T, those games. Alien, those ones. Little Green Men. They've got a lot of the original Buffalo, of course. Even their high limit room has it at the 5-cent denomination. There is a row of 25-cent 3-reelers, triple stars, and clones of triple stars you can find at a quarter denomination, 3 credit max bet. Lots of video poker as well. You'll find your wheel poker. You'll find a lot of the carnival ones. You'll find it. Even so, and they seem to host some of the newer ones too, like Full House Plus Wheel Poker, I believe, as well as a few others. And now let's go to Bodine's, which is south of that. Now, unlike the other ones that I've mentioned, though maybe Carson Nugget does have a hotel. Bodine's does not have a hotel at all. As you can see, it is a small, square-shaped casino, and there's actually no table games, and there's only one bank of three reelers. So if you're looking for old school slots, you're not going to find them at Bodine's. Half of the casino is video poker. So if you like video poker, you can definitely go there. Now, this is a casino where VP32 does not have accurate information on this one. They have, I think, only listed one machine that is there, and then the information on jacks or better is not accurate. So I'll give you the rundown for this one. And Amanda, all right, so glad you enjoyed the first 27 minutes of this explanation, but definitely join back for the replay. Have the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, so Bodine's. So this is where I said earlier that Bodine's has they have a restaurant, and the prices are really affordable. Like definitely lower than like you could eat. Fast food is actually more expensive than what they offer here. It's unbelievable. Obviously, this is obviously a locals place, definitely. Half of the casino is video poker. A quarter of the casino is like original Buffalo slots. Like I said, Carson City is going to have a lot of the old original Buffalo machine. And I think they also got the newer ones as well, the ones that the fancier ones that we're seeing pop up these days. In terms of actual video poker offerings, the one machine that they have that VP32 does list for Bodine's is a multi-strike machine, which has a few full pay games on there. Full pay super double, double bonus, all the way to full pay jacks or better. And so, yeah, multi-strike is something you don't typically see that often, especially with full pay tables. So if that's something you like, then you can go ahead and play that game there. It's just one machine. It's almost never occupied though, so you'll most likely have an opportunity to play it. Now, in terms of other games, I have confirmed to spot 9-6 double bonus, 9-7 double bonus, I believe 8-5 bonus poker as well. They have, since the beginning of the pandemic, reduced the pay tables on their jacks or better, so there's not many 9-6 pay tables anymore. I was able to spot one though. And that might be the only one. And what you have to do is go towards the cashier. And then once you're facing the cashier, go right. You'll have the wall to your left as you're walking in the hallway where the cashier was. And then as you turn the corner, it's that one Game King on the corner as you turn the corner to the left. And it's the wall is to the left of it, and another machine's to its right. So that's the machine that has the 9-6 jacks or better. And that's at a quarter denomination. I have not checked to see if it was also a dollar denomination as well. Actually, if you change the denomination to nickels, it's not 9-6 jacks or better, believe it or not. Not surprising though. Okay, I think I've mentioned everything about Bodine's that I needed to mention. Definitely appreciate you guys listening, but I'll definitely answer any questions you have in the chat. And do me a favor and also give this stream a thumbs up if you haven't done so yet. Definitely appreciate it. So the next one we're going to take a look at is in the Carson Valley. Now, the Carson Valley is not the same as Carson City, the capital of Nevada. Carson Valley is actually the valley to the south of Carson City. Yeah, if you're looking at geographic specifics. We're going to go over to Minden in the Carson Valley Inn Casino. That's right on US Highway 395. And the parking lot, you'll most likely park right here where my cursor's pointing right here, and there's the main entrance right here. They got, just like any other casino in Carson City, lots of video poker. They got wheel poker deluxe. They've got also, let's see, In terms of video poker, let me mention here, there was only one good pay table at Carson Valley Inn, and that is 9-6 jacks or better. And to get to it, you go from the entrance here, you go straight all the way until you reach the entrance to, I think, either the restaurant or buffet. I don't remember which is it. I think it's a restaurant. And then make a left turn towards the restrooms. There'll be a sign, once you go left, is after you reach the restaurant, you go left along the hallway towards the restrooms. And just before the restrooms, you'll see a bank of 10 old Game King machines. I think 5 on each side. They all have jacks or better at all denominations listed. Nickels, quarters, 50-cent, and $1 denomination. So yeah, you can play 9-6 jacks or better at nickels at Carson Valley Inn, believe it or not. That's the only place I was ever able to spot it. All other pay tables are not the best though, believe it. So yeah, that's the only good one you could find. 10 games, 10 machines, 9-6 jacks or better. In terms of low volatile slots for the slot players out there, initially you're not going to be able to spot them right away. However, it wasn't until we actually went to a corner nearby and I was able to find they were well hidden, believe it or not. So from the entrance, if you walk towards the restaurant, and then before you reach it, start to make a right, so the opposite direction of where the video poker was. Make a right, go through a bunch of machines, and you'll find near a corner wall. You'll find a few IGTS 2000s. I think 2 of them are multi-denomination starting at $1, but the double diamond, I think it's a 2-credit double diamond, is multi-denomination starting at $0.25. So if you're looking for 25-cent double diamond, you'll find it there. All right, I think I have discussed all of the Carson City casinos, so now we're going to go to Tahoe. Let me take another sip of water here. All right, zoom out here. So if you're driving from Reno and you're coming from Carson City, you'll most likely take Highway 50, which heads west until you get to Tahoe, and then it'll start bugging the coast until you get to State Line and until you get to South Lake Tahoe. Alternatively, if you're in Minden, you can take State Highway 207 over the mountain, over the Kingsbury Grade until you get to Highway 50. And now let's head over to the casinos at State Line. All right. So right here is the Nevada-California border. You've got Harris Tahoe, you've got Harvey's Tahoe across the street. Both are Caesar's properties. And then you got these other 2 casinos. Bally's Lake Tahoe, which used to be known as Mont Bleu. Apparently, Google still lists the wedding chapel here as the Mont Bleu Wedding Chapel. And then what used to be the Hard Rock, and for much of my childhood, what used to be known as the Horizon, has been renamed last year to Golden Nugget. The name change actually took place in August, right after my last visit to Tahoe, so I never got to see the name change. So that'll be the first time when I go in a couple of weeks to see what that's like. Don't know if anything's changed though in terms of availability of games. That's something to find out. But let's get started. So, video poker here has deteriorated quite a bit since since I first started coming here after becoming of age. As a matter of fact, I think the best game you might find is 9-6 double double bonus at one of these properties. I don't know if it's Harvey's or Harrah's, and it's and you have to, and it's at a dollar denomination. Quarter machines, forget about it when it comes to video poker. Bally's, or formerly Mont Bleu, has always had bad video poker. Same thing with the other property here, what is now the Golden Nugget. In terms of low volatile slots, Harrah's has Triple Diamond, 2 credits. At least in one location, though I think based on a recent post on the Cowboy Slots forum, it looks like they have a second location I'm not aware of, because I compared it with the photo I took of my win, and it's a different serial number, so it might be in the Highland room, because the picture that was shown there was a $5 machine, though it was multi-denom, could have been changed from $1. The one that I played back in 2022, it was located, I think, near the escalator, and it was that's where I hit triple diamond and triple bar for $240. Then a year later, 2023, they moved it to near the restroom that's closest to the food court. They moved it there. But yeah, you're gonna find double diamond, triple diamond, and maybe a few others as well. Names. I believe Harvey's has it in a progressive jackpot for the three double diamonds, if I recall. So you're gonna find those. Last year they did have the new Diamond RS double top dollars, and they had it set to a single line 3 credit max bet at a dollar denomination. There was at least one of them in both Harrah's and Harvey's. So if you're looking for some double top dollar action, you can find it there. Now, I don't remember. Well, actually, I do remember. I just don't know if they've changed it. But for a long time, back when Bally's was called Mont Bleu, they've had several old school double top dollars in the high limit room, and it's at a dollar denomination for most of them, except for one of them, which was a $5 denomination. And it's 2 credits as well, which is nice. They also had at the time they might have gotten rid of it at this point, a $1 denomination Wheel of Fortune with just a 2 credit max bet, single line. Don't know if they still have it though, like I said. And then back when it was called Hard Rock, back when Hard Rock owned the property, before it became Golden Nugget, they did have old school pinball. And if you saw the video that Mark took when he worked for Cowboy Slots, you'll see that you'll see where it is there in that video. that was the one where they had top dollar sounds for the pinball cabinet. Wrong sounds. That was funny. They had, I think, also, and they had it at quarter denomination too. That old school pinball. Then they had total top dollar. I think they had double diamond as well. Like all 3 in a single row in one corner of the casino. But yeah, I believe that is it. Lakeside Inn was closed. It looks like it's been demolished completely. think most of them closed after the pandemic. I think there's only one casino open. We haven't been in a long time. I think I covered most, if not all of them, at least the ones that I have visited. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get back to answering some questions. We haven't gotten any new questions yet. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. If there's something I haven't covered, if you've got a question on video poker slots, let me know. I'm gonna take a water break. I'll also try to figure out what I've missed as well. If there's anything interesting to talk about too. I guess I could discuss the resorts that I've been to. Yeah, that are not casino based. Good question, Victor. It is definitely a deep lake. I think I will say it is blue. That is a good question, though. I don't know the answer. I do know it is a deep lake. I'm pretty sure it is. It is a big lake too. I mean, let me take a look at the scale here too. And with traffic, especially in the North Shore and Kings Beach and Tahoe City, there's always traffic in that area. And of course, South Lake Tahoe itself, on the weekends, a lot of cars. Let me actually go ahead and look up the information here. I'm curious as well. Oh, okay, lists it here. Hey, Google. Yeah, it's deep. The second deepest in the U.S. after Crater Lake in Oregon. So yeah, it's not just being deep; it is one of the deepest. So it's 1,645 feet. Yeah, so I didn't know the exact number off the top of my head, but I do know it's deep. And for answering I'll just answer a random question here about where we typically stay when we're in Tahoe. My parents actually have owned a timeshare for the past 25 years, I would say, give or take. And we usually once a year will either stay there or we'll exchange it for some other place in the area when we come to Tahoe. In this case, we're actually going to be going to a place that's in the Carson Valley instead for this year, so which is good because it's lower because the Carson Valley is lower in elevation than where this place is. For reference, the timeshare that they own outright is elevation is about 7,500 feet. I think the last I measured it, so it is high up there. There's no air conditioning, so which is okay because the temperatures don't usually go above 70 something, 70, 76 during the day because it's way up there in elevation. But I remember the last time we stayed there, it was not good because it was during a heat wave. 100 degrees down in Reno and in the valley, 80 degrees plus up in the mountains, and no wind. And also, worst part of it, it was during the fire season. There was a fire up north of Reno, and the entire air quality was just horrible. So you couldn't even get air, cold air to come in, or even good air. That's how bad it was. It was probably a one-time fluke, though. most other days it'll probably be fine to stay there, and it's a good resort too. I could only imagine winter time how interesting it'll be because you've got skiing. Though we usually don't go in the winter. Family does not want to drive in snow or have any delays with unpredictable weather. But you know, I'd be interested though. Victor, I want to dive in there and see what it's down there. That reminds me. I remember also several years back when California was in a state of extreme drought. That Lake Tahoe was actually. I remember we went to walk near a beach in the South Shore, and the water level was very low. It was scarily low, like lower than it should be. We've had a couple of good winters though the past couple of years, so that's no longer a problem now. Last I remember going there, I think it's improved. A lot of water activities though, so don't know if you can dive, but they could probably certainly snorkel or something like that. Skiing, of course, water skiing. You know, all I have to do is look at the social media reels of some of my Facebook friends or former colleagues over on Instagram. I just have to look at those to see what they do because, you know, of course, they go to Tahoe as well. One thing I noticed too, one time, another story I'll mention as well. We were looking for a place to eat. We were taking a drive around. We took a drive around Tahoe, around the lake, and we were in the on the North Shore, and unfortunately, because of bad timing, and because pretty much all of the restaurants are like local restaurants, you're not going to find any major chains like within the Lake Tahoe area itself. You know, the next closest big chains. If you want, if you want your typical corporate restaurant chain, you have to go to Carson City. They got a ton of those, of course. But if you're looking for mom and pop restaurants, you know, you're gonna find a lot of them in Tahoe. However, one thing we've noticed is that they close for like an hour or two in the middle of the afternoon, in between lunch and dinner, in between brunch or breakfast and dinner. So if you're there at like 3 p.m., nothing might be open for restaurants. So you got to be careful. That reminds me a bit of how things work in Europe, in Spain and Italy, especially Italy. You know, where I've got relatives. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon is when restaurants close in the middle of the day when they have their afternoon rest. In Spain it's a siesta. In Italy it's pisolino in Italian. You know, it's your couple hours of rest. Because over there they eat late, and I guess they do something similar in Tahoe as well. Because why or maybe it's just to prepare for the upcoming dinner, changing the menus, changing the food items. I don't know. But it's funny to spot that there because it's not something I typically see anywhere else. But someone in the chat probably has a similar story as well. Like, have you been to a mom and pop restaurant where they close for a couple hours in the afternoon between lunch and dinner? Victor. The comp system, I don't think is beatable in the long term, because especially with casinos having computers these days to try to calculate what's the right amount to get you into the door, and how to not give you too much. It's just a wild guess for me though in terms of the comp system. In terms of beating the casino, period. The only way you can do that is if you're playing. If you always play over 100% payback percentage video poker machines, or you card counting blackjack, but even then, casinos may not want you at that point. If you're going to card count, they can kick you out. And or just play against other players in the poker room. That's the only, you're not technically beating the casino. The casino takes in a rake, but those are like the only ways where you can win money long term. Other than that, for everything else, yeah, you'll never be able to beat the casino. And it is, yeah, it definitely is. Especially when you make your approach. If you're coming in from, let's say you're coming in from California on US Highway 50, so you make that turn out of the mountain pass and into the downhill section. You'll see the view of the lake from afar. Let me actually go into Google Street View and I can show you that. Yeah, right at the Echo Summit. Oh, let me actually show you what's on my screen here. Yeah, so you take US Highway 50. Heading east, you're coming from Sacramento, and then you'll be able to see the lake right there on approach of your first view of the lake as you come in. So yeah. All right. What time is it? It is 6 minutes until the top of the hour. I guess I will continue until. I guess we'll continue for another 6 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Last call for any questions. While I'm waiting for any additional questions, I'll go ahead and give you guys the upcoming schedule for both my plans for the next few weeks, as well as what's going on here with this channel. So let's go ahead and do that then. All right, so this is going to be the last normally scheduled week of content. So we had today's stream, of course. This will be the last live Q&A for about a month until our guests fly back home after their 3 weeks here. And then I would guess, let me take a look at my calendar here. So they come on the 22nd. They're going to leave on Saturday, the 13th. So I would guess the next time we will have a Q&A will be Monday the 15th. That's my guess. I'll confirm it to you guys as we get closer to that day. So Monday, July 15th will be the next episode of the Monday Mic Drop. And for that, the topic will be most likely a review of the trip that we're about to go on. And we'll give you guys any interesting updates, any changes that I might have dated what I said in today's stream. Maybe some machines have disappeared by then. You never know. Or some new games are there that I might need to point out. So that'll be like a recap episode. So that'll be on Monday the 15th, most likely, of July. So in terms of the rest of this week, we will have our usual poker stream on Thursday. That will be unchanged. Our PokerStars home game. live stream at its usual time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. That'll also be the last of those streams for a few weeks due to the fact that we have guests coming over. But for those of you who do play in the home game, even when we're not streaming the next few weeks after that, the games will still go on. You can still join in and play them, and I might still pop in and play as well. I don't think the same can be said for the rest of the family though, but I will definitely be able to play still at least for next week. But I won't be, of course, during the week that I am in Reno-Tahoe. For the record, I forgot to mention as well, that is going to be on Saturday, June 29th until Friday, July 5th. So 4th of July week is when I'm going to be there. And then I do have a video that I want to get to you guys on Friday as well. Another video poker related piece of content for you guys. Actually, I can give you guys the title of it right now. Let me see. I have it somewhere. Where is my YouTube list? Here it is. Okay, it's 5 reasons why video poker beats slot. Something like that. That's like the going title. It gives you 5 reasons why video poker is better. So that's the video that I'm going to be making for Friday. I already have the slides for it. I just need to record the audio and then prepare it for you guys. But yeah, that's the schedule, and then we're gonna have. I don't know if I'll have any filler content for you guys for the few weeks after, but I hope to. And if any interesting news comes up, I'll be sure to post it as well, maybe in the community tab. So definitely keep in touch there. Victor, how long have you been a gambler? Definitely as. Let's see, if you want to include gambling for fun, like before becoming an adult, I would say probably the age of 10. Ever since I've been even exposed to the casino, even just as an onlooker when I was a kid. I mean, probably my first exposure was through playing a simulated gambling experience on a PC game way back when I was 9, 10 years old, I would guess. Well, think of it this way. It may seem like, oh man, your parents are horrible. They exposed you to gambling. Well, if there's any good thing about it is that all the nasty aspects of it I went through completely during my youth instead of later on in life, and I went through it with virtual money instead of real money. I know the feeling. I found out the feeling early on as a kid what it feels like to lose everything. If you by going through the chase. As Mark would say. And that also ties into this question you asked as well. Yeah, pretty much was exposed when probably when my parents got that CD-ROM simulated casino. I guess I could bring it up while we're at it. Let me see if I can find a photo of it. I still have the physical disc as well, though it's in storage. Can't show it to you right now. Let me find an image here and I'll show it to you. This is it right here. Let me bring up a photo. Probably the very first PC casino game that I've ever played. Oil Casino version 1999. I think it was the second ever. When our family first got our Windows 98 PC, when we moved into our second house, ever. The very first two games that we bought for the computer was one was Monopoly. Yeah, I was a kid, of course, back then, and that was something I was into, like everyone else. And then the second one was this one. It was mainly for them, but I got interested as well, and I started playing around with it myself. But yeah, that's what started it all. And as you get older, even though I'm not old at all, I'm in my 30s, of course. I'm still young in many ways, but I feel like I've matured quite well for someone my age. When you mature, you mellow out, and yeah, I remember by the time by the time I say by the time I hit 21, let's just say, which was also the first time. Yeah, 21 was when I went with my one of my former classmates, my friend and former classmate from high school, to Vegas. It was my first time being in Vegas after turning 21, so I was 21 at that point. It was the last time where I actually had any significant did anything significant that I would consider we're not doing today, which was gambling hard, and I think using it was the last time I've ever used the ATM machine at a casino, and that was what that was 2012, I think. So that was 12 years ago. No, 2012 was when I turned 21. It was 2013, 11 years ago. Yeah, 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 11 years ago. About Yeah, that was when the last time I ever went really, really hard with my gambling and did a thing that I wouldn't do today, which was you go to the ATM machine in the casino. All right, 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Last call for any comments and questions. We'll go ahead and wrap it up in the meantime. But yeah, this has been episode 6 of the Monday Mic Drop. Thank you everyone for watching, asking your questions. I'll answer this one too, Victor, while you're at it. I do definitely know this one. So, what was the first casino you gambled in? Mine was Thunder Valley back in 2011. Oh, Thunder Valley. That's a nice one, yeah. So, yeah, Northern California. Mine was Jackson Rancheria. That was in September. Yeah, it had to be September. September of 2009. Back when the gambling age at Jackson was still 18. This was before they raised it to 21. And this was right after turning 18 as well. So yeah, 2009 it had to have been because I turned 18 that year. So that was my first casino that I gambled in. It was Jackson Rancheria. September of 2009. I was a wild one back then. Gambling a lot, going up the tier credits, or going up the tier the tiers of the players card that they had back then. This was also back in the time when they were doing a lot of construction. They were doing expansion. Back then, it seems like we always one of us in the family, whether it's one of my parents or myself, one of us would typically do really well. And that was back when I used to hit 4 aces a lot in video poker. It was amazing. And if you haven't seen it yet, I did release the story about my the day that I could not lose at all. And this wasn't Jackson. This was in March of 2011, I believe it was. I was 19 at the time, 19 and a half. And that was when I had my first and only hand pay in video poker, 4 aces and a kicker. This was after getting 4 aces earlier that day, which was unbelievable. both at a dollar denomination too. Yeah, absolutely. Though the last time we've been, it's been a while. I think the last couple times we've been to Jackson was when we took a detour, a more scenic route to or from Tahoe, I believe. I think it was one of the times we decided to take State Highway 88 out of Tahoe and Carson City to go home instead of taking Highway 50. And if you take 88, you'll eventually hit Jackson. Along the way. So I think that was what during those times we would stop there, I believe. But it has been a while. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end off the stream here. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. If you enjoyed, if you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and give this stream a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate it. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Share this video, share the stream with others. Hit the bell icon to be notified once I go live next or once I release a new video. That is awesome, Victor. 2 royal flushes. 1 hour apart on different machines. Wow, yeah. Yeah, it can happen. Just like when I had 4 aces twice. Within a short span. I don't know if it was an hour apart, but it was definitely, I would guess, 2 hours for me. But yeah, 2 royal flushes. That is definitely a good day. All right, we're gonna go ahead and finish it here. All right, it's about time I get prepared for some other errands. Actually, I have a haircut appointment tomorrow. It doesn't look like it from here because my hair doesn't grow that much on top, but it is from back and the sides. It does get messy, if I don't comb it right. So I do have a haircut appointment tomorrow morning. Then we got the stream on Thursday, and then I'm definitely got a new video for you guys on Friday, and then after that, we're heading to the airport Saturday to pick up our relatives. And I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on what's to come. We got Reno-Tahoe, Carson City coming up for us. As I mentioned before, Saturday the 29th until Friday, July 5th. And as mentioned in the chat before at the beginning of the stream, Amanda will be there the week prior. So wishing her the best of luck in her trip. But all right, have a great rest of your day. I'm going to sign off right now. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and a great rest of your week. Take care and go make it happen.